to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. I really appreciate you guys a whole lot for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. If you are new to this channel, if this is the first time of you seeing or coming across Stylish Naija YouTube channel, I will appreciate if you hit on the subscribe button and then also hit on the bell to get an update whenever I upload a new video. That's just like basically the essence of hitting the bell. So let's just get started without much talk. Today I'm going to be showing you how to cut a very full standing peplum. That's what I'm going to show you how to cut. It is very simple and easy. So I'm going to try as much as I can to explain how to actually do this so you would understand it properly. Okay, so in cutting this two flay, for this we're going to be cutting the 1440 flay, which is 4 pieces, and then the second one we're going to, because the dress is actually two-step peplum, so the second one we're going to cut out is the 1080 flay, which is 3. So because this is regular, for those of you that don't know, regular peplum, that's when you're cutting one flay, is actually 360. That's the size of a full circle. It's 360 degrees. So when you want to cut out 4 circle, now all you are going to do is you are just going to times this by 4. So when you times this by 4, it will give you this 1440. So now I'm going to explain to you. So by the time you join all of these flay together, when you cut them into 4 and then you join together, your flay automatically becomes very full. So now I'm going to explain to you how we're going to achieve that. So the first thing you are going to do, you are going to use your waist. That's the waist of your blouse or your gown, whatever you want to cut. That's what you are going to use to calculate. So for this, my waist is actually 28 inches. I'll put it here so you can see it. So my waist, that's this part like this round like this, for those of you that don't know, which is called, that's the waist of my dress is 28 inches, and then I have zipper allowance at the back, which is 2 inches. So when you add 2 to 28, it gives you 30 inches. So this 30 inches, I'm going to add my stitching allowance, the stitching, because I'm going to join all of the peplum. I'm going to join the 4 of them together, so I need another 2 inches. So at the end of the day, I'm going to have 32 inches. That's what I'll cut out. So that is the 32 inches. So this 32 inches, now what I'm going to do, since I want to cut out 4 flay, I'm going to divide this 32 by 4. Because I cannot just cut it out. But if I was cutting out 1 flay, I'm just going to use my regular peplum formula, which is 6.28. This is a standard formula. 6.28 is a standard formula that you use if you are not using freehand. I've cut a lot of freehand peplum on my channel, so if you don't know how, you can use freehand method, but this, I just choose to use the regular peplum formula to cut this out for you so you understand. So 6.28 is like standard measurement for cutting out flay. It is constant, nothing changes it. So that's what you will use to divide to get your full circle. So what you are going to do now, when you divide this 32 into 4, I'm going to have 8 inches. So this is my 8 inches now. I'm going to now divide with my original 6.28, which is my peplum formula. I hope you understand this. I hope you understand. So when you divide by 6.28, I'm going to have 1.27. So it is this 1.27 that is going to be the radius of my flay. So I'm going to show you what I mean by radius now. So this is it. I had already started cutting before I decided to film, to video this. So you could see this is my radius. That's this part now. So this 1.28 is what I'm going to cut out from this part. So when I cut it out from this part, now I will now cut 4 pieces of this to form full circle that will go around the waist of this dress. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to do. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you how to cut this now. So this is for the top one, and then this one is for the down flay. This is the down flay, which is the 1080 flay. The 1080 flay. So this one is 3 pieces that I'm going to cut out. This one is going to be down, and then this one is going to be on top like this. So I'll cut out, this one is going to be 3. So for me to cut 3 out of this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide the same thing, the same process we went through. I'm going to divide my 32 by 3. So when I divide 32 by 3, I'm going to have 10.6. So when I have the 10.6, I will now use my regular Flay formula, which is 6.28, to divide the 10.6. So I'm going to have 1.68. So I'll now cut 3 now that I'm using 1 point. That's this part now. This part, this is the where I will now insert this 1.68 here. I will cut out 3. So by the time I join the 3 together, it will now be enough to go around my waist. So with that, my flay is going to be very full. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to do. So now let's just get started. Let's start cutting. So I folded my fabric into 4 now. So I'm going to cut out now. So this is the 4 peplum, which is 1440. So I'm going to be using 1.27 for my radius. So in using 1.27, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to come here like this. I'm going to mark. It's not up to 2 inches. So I'm just going to mark it round like this. So the next thing I'm going to measure now is the length of my peplum. So the length of my peplum, I'm using 8.5 inches. So this is 8.5 inches. So I'm just going to double check it with the first one that I cut out to make sure that it is okay. So you see it is okay. So the next thing now I'm going to cut out. So like I told you, this is 1, this is 2. So I have not opened the top yet. So I'm going to cut out 4 pieces of this. So I'm just going to take this now, fold again, and then cut out until I have my 4 pieces. So you just take it and place it on it. It's easier that way. Just place it on your fabric and then cut out. That is why I did not open it, because I don't want it to scatter. So once you place them like this, it is easier. Okay, so you see I finished cutting the 4. 3, 4. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to place them 2 by 2, and then I'll cut out like this. So you see them. So we are done with the 1440 flay. The next one we're going to cut out now is the 1080 flay. So for this one, we're going to be using 1.68 to cut out. So I'll fold it right now. Okay, so see my fabric is folded into 4 pack now. So what I'm going to cut now, for the radius, that's this part of the circle that I want to cut out, and I'm going to use 1.68. So it's going to be around here, just a little bit above the first one. So you're just going to mark it round like that. You can at times you can even just approximate it to 2 inches. So when you are stitching them on the side, you reduce it back. So you just mark it around like this. And then the next thing you are going to mark out now is the length. So for this part, the first one we use 8.5. Here I'm going to be using 11 inches for this, because this is the one that is down. So it should be longer. So I'm just going to mark my 11 inches like this. So I'll just connect all of the lines together like this. So the next thing I'm going to cut out. Okay. So for my satin that I use, I actually bought 2 yards of satin for this. And then for the lace is leftover fabric from my lace. So if you want to do this, 2 yards will still work for this. So like I said, I had already cut out 2 pieces before. So I'm going to place them like this. So this one is a little bit softer, so I'm going to cut out the 3 of them together. Okay, so you can choose to open it up from anywhere. The next thing I'm going to explain to you now is the materials, things for you to pad your peplum to give it that standing, really good standing effect. So mine, the things that I'm going to be using hair stay. So this hair stay I'm going to be gumming on my fabric. That's, I'll gum the hair stay on this fabric. I'll gum my hair stay here, and then I'll gum it on the satin, because if I'm going to use gum stay, this is my gum stay. I'm going to use this is the lining for the dress. So this lining, I'm going to cut out this lining. I'm going to cut out 4 pieces of this and then 3 pieces of this also with my lining. And then my lining, I'm going to gum my medium hard gum stay on my lining to give it that good standing effect. You can use a peplum stay also. In some areas they call them peplum stay. You can use it. And then for the fabric, I'm going to use my hair stay. So I'll use the hair stay on this and then on this, and then I'll use gum stay for that. Gum everything properly, and then I will join them together. So I'm going to cut out all of these materials now and then show you. Okay, so welcome back. So you could see, so I finished ironing all of my fabric, all of my pieces together. So this is the 1440 flay, and then this is the 1080. So I finished ironing them. The next thing I'm going to do now, before I start stitching them together, I'm going to open them on the side. So I'm just going to take it like this, so it's easier for me to open like this on the side. So I'm just going to open all of them, and then I'm going to stitch all of them together. So I'll do the same thing to all. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm just going to hold them together like this, and then I'm going to join all of them. So when I finish joining all of them together like this on the side, I'm going to have my full flay together. So you see, as you join them, join, you see it will become fuller. So I'm just going to do that right now, and then I'll show you. So I'll do the same thing to the fabric, I'll do the same thing to my satin, I'll do the same thing to my lace, I'll do the same thing on all of my lining. So you see my lining is a little bit stiff because I used the medium strong gum on it. Okay, so you could see, so I finished joining them. So you see my peplum, even without, I've not even ironed anything, that's I've not even lined it. So you see how full it is looking. So this is the 1080 flay. So you see how full it is looking already, even without anything. So I'm going to do the same thing now to the lace, and then once I'm done, I'm going to show you all of them. So it looks so beautiful. I'm just so excited. You could see. So at the end of the day, so you see my peplum. So I've joined both of them together. So you see how it is standing, and it is really beautiful. So you see. So thank you so much. If you find this video helpful, I would appreciate if you will hit on the like button to make me know you appreciate what it is. I'm just so happy. It looks so beautifully well. Thank you.